We're back with another Age of Mythology pro player point of view. We're watching this game from Magic's point of view. He's playing Ra against the Rappel's Thor on the map Ghost Lake. So this is the one where there is a little bit of frozen lake in the middle where all of the goats spawn, and Ra is going to have a bit of a bad time because his scout is extremely slow. So this is the Genesis tournament. This is the winner's bracket. This is game number 3. We've watched the first 2 games from Magic's perspective that he has won. He has played the games exceptionally well, and we're going to see if he can roll out a clean sweep against Rappel here with a 3-0, or potentially push us into more games. I don't really mind either way, but we are seeing Magic play very, very well. If you didn't watch the last one that I would have put out yesterday, then that was an insane game with the fray. We're watching Ra. And Ghost Lake is one of those maps where it matters about the spawn, whether you get 1 gold mine, whether you get 2 gold mines. So this one happens to be 1 gold mine, which means he's going to have to leave his base at some point. Also, the gold mines sometimes hardly any spawn, which I found when I played Ghost Lake very recently, where sometimes there's only like 6 gold mines that spawn on the whole map, which is pretty crazy. Also, it's not so good for scouting for Ra because obelisks you can't really use here, but he can do his little bump, as the players always like to do. This is a really nice defensive one here. His gold mine is very defensive though. So this is 1 gold mine, which isn't so good for a more defensive play, but that is fine. Ra against Norse normally wants to go, especially in Retold, I mean, wants to go for some kind of classic fight with some Sphinx maybe, into some kind of Eclipse with lots of Axemen, or lots of Axemen and Spearmen, and some Sphinx is something that is really good for Ra. He can also go through Batar and do some kind of Shifting Sands Wadget thing where you get loads of Wadgets out. If you get caught out, you Shifting Sands away. If you find a vulnerable pack of villagers, you Shifting Sands them. And we're seeing the nice scouting from the Ra here. So we've seen a gold mine on this town center. This is such a nice town center to have a gold mine on it, especially as we said that the gold mines are so important for this map. Siege weapons take less population. Not really going to be that useful. I mean, you're not really going to see that many siege weapons here. Gold mine here as well. So he's managing to scout the gold mines nice and early. I'm going to see what sort of build that Magic is going for, whether he's going to go for a fast advance time or not. So we've got 30 seconds left on this temple. So he isn't going for a crazy fast advance time. Probably going to go for a like a 4:15 advance time, or 4:30 even. Got the monument to the villagers up. The other monument in range of the first one, which is really nice. So this basically acts like a priest to everything in this vicinity, like everything is being empowered. This one, this one, this one, and even the monument here. And he's got a super early second monument, which actually means he's going to go for a later advance time, more likely a 4:30, actually managing to, or having to bring this guy back in. So actually it might even be a later advance time. But with how nice his gold mine is, that's not really a problem. Wanting to get the wood out here. I wonder what the wood is for. Is that going to be for the Sphinx upgrade? It's for a pickaxe that he's getting later on, and that's why the gold miners he's not getting so many, because he wants to value up the pickaxe, I guess. Interesting build. Normally what I like to do is just slap some on a tree, but I mean this is a slightly later advance time anyway, than anything that and than anything standard, let's say. So he's deciding to go through now. So that was a 4:45. So quite a late advance time. But what late advance times means is that you get lots and lots of economy. So he can go for something. I mean, the only thing is it's going to be very difficult to get a naked town center if you've gone up so late. So he's going to need to get something out. He is going through Bast. He's going to get those Sphinx out. Wouldn't be surprised to see another monument coming up if that's what he wants to go for. If he's going for some kind of one town center, play a 3rd monument here within range of this first one, were really nice. Houses coming up to defend. Also got the villagers on this side of the lumber camp, which is pretty good. I don't know if this actually closes off, and Magic doesn't know either. But just a little cheeky wall here. If we need a cheeky wall here, that can defend very, very well. And then this is just an unstoppable unstoppable gold mine with this sentry tower. Doing a little bit of goat scouting here. Doesn't want to do it with too many goats because doesn't want to lose them, but he's happy to lose one. And got cheeky goats he managed to steal away there. So it looks like, what is he going for? Could he be going for a village center? Would that be a crazy play? Get some kind of village center here. So he's getting his Sphinx out, just going to go for a bit of scouting action for what's left over. He does have the resources to go for a village center, but we are not seeing that so far. Maybe he's going for some kind of fast heroic, or just lost a Sphinx. Lost a Sphinx is going to be the play. Nothing crazy. It's what we expected to start with, Sphinx and Barracks. I just thought because he pulled off the gold mine at 550, which is how much it is to build a village center. But no, three Barracks, lots of Sphinx, getting the extra Sphinx out, Cryo Sphinx in, which makes them more tanky. The second upgrade is where you get the speed, which is when you're going to be able to dodge things like these heroes. I mean, you are a bit faster than the heroes anyway, but if they snare you, they're going to get some good damage off. It'd be nice to get some priests out. But what you do want to do against Thor is Thor just automatically has the advantage against you if it's one town center versus one town center. They have the economic advantage. Oh, we got caught on that wooden wall, unfortunately. Took a bit too much damage there for what he would have liked. Can snipe this Berserk with this Sphinx here if he notices it, or this Axeman. Gonna potentially see some defensive trolls here. But what I was saying about Thor is, because he gets that early armory up, he is just automatically ahead because he gets more villagers out than you. Because he gets villagers out for each armory upgrade he has. He does, so you are behind economically. But Ra, he has rain, he'll be fine. Just needs to... The most important thing about this is he wants to be able to get a second gold mine to secure at some point. The Axeman Sphinx combo, really good against any Norse players. Even tanked a little bit of damage there just so he could get extra damage with his Axeman, which is a really nice play. Just needs to get some priests out to make sure he heals those up. And he's actually going for... Oh, I need to... Oh, is it Alt T? It's Alt T. Sorry that it was the wrong way around. I know people like to have the player on the left as the player on the left on the UI, so apologies for that. Spearman out just to stop these guys here. Unfortunately, yeah, Healing Spring, just as I was about to say, Healing Spring will come out from Rappel, so in a bit of a bad time there. Manages to dodge the troll special, which is really nice. See if he can get the Haruka Sphinx out there. They are fast, but if they get snared, they're in a bit of trouble. This guy can just run all the way back to the base and not be... It looks like nobody's losing anything. But yeah, this guy will just run back to the base, be absolutely fine. Priest here, these guys can shank. There's only one hero out for all of this, so absolutely fine. I think first blood goes down for the fight, which is the poor spearman that gets attacked there. But Hersa falls here, so equal footing here. Hasn't seen a gold mine. Sometimes they spawn on top of these cliffs, so just be nice to see a priest come out, get some more obelisks up, or just send a random spearman out. Spearmen are decently fast to just run around, look for all of the black fog to see where the gold mines are. Gold mines are important on every map, but just this one, it's just more important just from how few they are and how undefended they are. Like, what is this gold mine? Is he getting more units out? Oh, so he's on the left side now. Oh, actually, so maybe he didn't get that upgrade. Oh, he did. It's before I flipped it. This is the copper armor is just a really good upgrade to get against Norse, because all they deal is that. So Watchtower's out, which means we're going to be in a bit of trouble. Actually, just wants to finish off that armory to stop the extra dwarves coming out, and also open up the wood line here. This should be a good fight for the Sphinx if they can dodge those heroes, which they absolutely can. Some good micro from Rappel to get some in there, but did lose a couple of units. The Norse units are going to be better in this fight, unless you count the Haruko Sphinx. But if you get the heroes onto the Haruko Sphinx, it's going to be a hard win for Rappel here, but it just needs to micro it properly. Unfortunately, Magic losing everything apart from the Sphinx. And actually, we see a very, very early Bragi coming in for Rappel. So manages to defend that and get up to the next age, which means that he has spent extra resources, but will have battle boars out. But the Haruko Sphinx should be absolutely fine against those. So he wanted to get up to the next age to use his Dwarven Mine. In the later ages, you get more gold from it. So it means for the next probably 3 or 4 minutes, the gold miners for Rappel was going to sit in his base. So it's actually a really good pick on one gold mine frozen lake. So he was lucky to get the one gold mine spawn. Spearmen faster than these. Oh, they're not with Hall of Thanes. Spearmen are not faster because he is Ra. He is not the Set. Whereas Set is slightly faster. Oh, Haruko Sphinx gets hit there. Some really nice micro actually from Rappel coming out here. This is both these players are currently undefeated, so whoever loses this one goes down to the losers bracket. So Rappel is playing actually pretty well to get some of these micro tricks off, but the Sphinx are coming in with their Eclipse. You get 4 of these guys in the Eclipse, and they're going to just spin to win, but the Flaming Weapons comes out, and that means that Magic is going to run away. I assume what he wanted to do there was force out the Flaming Weapons, because Flaming Weapons with a large army is extremely strong. And Eclipse does last longer anyway, so he'll also get the benefit of it later on. And these guys are just so fast. 6.9 speed, can snipe down anything. Going to try and actually go into the base, get some villager kills if he possibly can, or at least force villagers off of resources for a bit and just get a kill of whatever he's going past. Army with the flaming weapons forced back, but with these towers should be absolutely fine. Sphinx trying to find some villagers. He's found the gold mine. If he can get a pick on those, he's paying attention to everything going on in his base rather than this side. But I don't think he managed to get anything there, but maybe cause a bit of idle time. The battle boar's doing extremely well for Rappel here, but the priests are out for magic, so he should be fine. These Sphinx should hopefully be able to get out here. There was a wall stopping them getting out this side, but whether or not there's been some walls or buildings put up to stop their escape this side, we'll have to wait and see. But they have their 6.9 speed for another 7 seconds. Wanted to get in and cause a bit more damage while the Eclipse is still on. There must be a wall this side because he's awkwardly walking through the base. So nice play from Rappel to stop that. And those Sphinx look like they are going to go down. It's just going to need to take something down with him. He can just take down these villagers with him or just distract the army long enough to get on this gold mine, which is what he's done. Battle Board coming to check out this gold mine. It was on the hill, as we suspected. And then the priest can just deal with this. Just running these around, knowing that they're trapped in, just needs to get as much value from them as possible, just running around. So his currently magic is stuck in the classical age, rather than deciding to cut units and go to the heroic age. Probably going to be the better call to get units out just in case, because he needs to have units out to defend this gold mine here. I mean, you could do a wall or something, but it's just, this is so out in the open. Could manage to snipe this battle board with the nice Sphinx here, but unfortunately gets caught. But more units coming out, more Sphinx, more Spearmen, heavy raiding cavalry out. So the Spearmen for magic aren't going to be doing so much damage. He is Ra, and he didn't go through Ptah, which gives you better Spearmen. Which I think it's more defensive Spearmen. He'd have to go through Anubis to get the extra damage on the Spearmen, which you can't do as Ra. So they're going to trade okay against the Raiders, but because Raiders are heavy, the Raiders will have the advantage there. So he's just coming to check this gold mine to see if that's where Rappel is, but he's probably just finishing up on his Dwarven gold mine and might potentially use another one with his, because the first one costs 50 favor now. Going to have to fight this, otherwise he's going to lose all of his gold miners. And villagers actually coming through to do some shanking or maybe tanking some damage. No, he's just purely going up for the gold mine. And this is a crucial fight for the game, so he needs to bring his laborers in. Has he got any heroes left? There aren't any heroes left to deal with the trolls. Trolls doing some serious damage, but that's why the Sphinx is back. Nice Sphinx special to get some really nice damage off there and manage to defend the gold mine nicely. The Thor player uses his gold mine back in the base again, and this is why Thor is so good when it is one gold mine, because he doesn't have to come out here. He can just apply the pressure or not apply the pressure whenever he wants and sit back and enjoy his life. And the Ra has to try everything to stop the Thor player getting in. Score-wise, the Thor is well in the lead. Market going up there, which means maybe he's looking to go to the next age relatively soon, but doesn't have anything on food. So maybe just there for more defensive, more way. Well, the watchtower is up for the defensive. The market is up to trade units. Spearmen in to deal with these raiders. Not a problem. Really nice watchtower. Watchtowers aren't so strong currently in Retold, but they are going to give some nice vision and do extra damage. It's only 4.4 times 2, 8.8 DPS. Really nice wall. Going to need to bring the wall across here. It's quite an expensive wall, and they can just come around the back, but it's something that you just need to do. You need to defend this gold mine. This gold mine is everything. Because if he just runs over here, he's going to get raided. He needs to put all his units over here. Got a lot of wood in the bank. He had to have a lot of wood in the bank just from how everything's worked here. He needed the gold to build the units, and now he needs even more gold to get the farms out, which is why his food eco has kind of gone downhill a little bit. But it's just nothing you can do in this sense. It isn't like me that'll just miss macroed at this point and have loads of wood. Oh, unfortunately, it's frozen. Please don't desync. Please, I can just press play. So unfortunately, we out of sync there, and there's nothing we can really do about it. So what I'm doing is I'm watching the EGC TV version of this. We won't be able to watch it from the player's point of view, but I know that people will want to see what happened. So it looks like Magic managed to defend. He's got up to the heroic age. Unfortunately, the game I just couldn't watch it. We have so many technical difficulties with this currently, but it looks like we have a big army out for Magic, and the slingers are in. They're gonna have to run away from these raiders. It looks like there's just a huge grouping here. Sphinx coming in. Play with the locust. Unfortunately, read by the Rapple really really nicely, because it is very very slow. Uh, the locust swarm there. Nothing that Magic can do about it. It's just the god power is extremely slow, and you need to not get caught out by it. Basically, priests are in, but there aren't many priests. I'm trying to see how many priests he has. Lucky I didn't, because it would have alt tabbed. But there's so many of these really strong trolls. Trolls in the heroic age are even stronger. So Magic needs to get priests out. You can see he's queuing up 4 priests there. But the front line of the spearmen dealing with the other front line of the raiders really nicely. There's just too much backline there. There's too much damage. The trolls, the Godi, the throwing axemen are in. They're just dealing too much damage. We can see that Magic is on the gold mine on the left hand side. I assume he's close to finishing the gold mine on the right hand side. We can see here he's moved over to the left. He's dropping a Migdal stronghold down to try and secure this gold mine. It's got no gold in the bank at all. There was actually a hill fort over there for Rapple. Now Magic's going to have to bring everything over. You can see 103 population to 200 population. Just not nice. Oh, we're going to see we're going to see some adverts, because there's nothing I can do about it. If anybody wants a nice chair for their garden for £500, then there we go. Uh, oh, the technical difficulties are amazing. It's having to repair this Migdal stronghold. It's looking like a dire spot for Magic, but the dire spot from the last game, Magic managed to pull it back. Unfortunately, this one is just too far gone. Well played by Rapple there. We didn't see what happened in the mid game, but I imagine he managed to push Magic off that gold mine, and Thor's are so strong when it's a 1 gold mine spawn. If it was 2 gold mines, it would have been way better for the Ra player, but manages to, or unfortunate for Magic there, just doesn't get the flip to go his way. And hopefully there's no technical difficulties in the next one. We're going to still be piloting with Magic. I think Magic is on form, and we're going to see him in the next one. So see you in the next one.